The lies we tell ourselves when we get ghosted. Hey guys, welcome back to 5NothinGoodNothin.com. I am Fugget. That stands for the fittest underdog guru using intelligent tactics. And guys, today I want to talk to you about ghosting. I did not know the term ghosting until probably 2015, 2016. I'd never heard this before, but apparently it had been out there a little while. So when I was looking for information, once I was ghosted by somebody, I was looking for a way to deal with somebody not answering calls, texts, not having and giving closure to a relationship. And so I came across the word ghosting, right? The term ghosting. And I thought, this is so appropriate. And, it just really sums it up perfectly. So, people deal with ghosting depending on your level of attraction and attachment to the person very differently. Some people just kind of go, whatever. They try one text and blow it off and move on, Other people, it's like torture, I've heard it said it's the worst way to leave somebody feeling abandoned, betrayed, and none of the loose ends of the relationship really tied up. No excuse given, no rationale, whatever. And so when I started looking for, reasons why this could have happened, I came across a ton of different information. And the thing that happens if you're not dealing well with the ghosting of a partner or a person you were dating or talking to, you start to do something which is lie to yourself, and it's the mind's way of trying to get closure, of trying to make sense of a situation. Maybe they weren't ready for a relationship. Maybe, they freaked out. Maybe an ex came back into their life. Did I do something? I have no idea what I did, and it really turned them off. Whatever, right? And maybe some of this is like a coping mechanism. You're trying to make sense of it, and maybe it's part of the healing process. I don't really know. But I do know that you can sum it up with, you may never get the answers you want. I've had partners leave and come back and want me back, sometimes in a week and as long as a year and a half. And there's something really gratifying when, you don't have closure, but then you can be the one to either accept them back in or reject them. And I've never taken anybody back that has, been an ex, long term, maybe a short little breakup or a little, issue. And then it's like, okay, well, we're still kind of together. We haven't really defined what we are. And then we maybe try to move forward, whatever. But the thing is whatever the reason is that they did it, you have to focus on this, okay? And I say, flip the tables, right? Turn the tables and you be in their shoes. And now you're the one that ghosted. Who knows what your reasons are, okay? I don't care what the reason is, if they did something, or if you just had it, or you just are bad with saying goodbye. Whatever it is, maybe you're afraid of them, I don't know. But at the end of the day, the only thing that's important is that the person no longer wants your presence in their life. And this is how they've chosen to handle it. And the only thing you can do is focus on the things you can control, okay? And that's this. You need to start healing. You need to say, okay, I don't know what it is. I've sent this text or called or whatever. Maybe you're a little further down the line. You're just finding this information now after you've already done some damage, meaning you've continued to try to, reach out to them and get an answer, whatever. But if you haven't, in either case, what you need to do is just stop trying to contact them. Stop trying to find a reason. Quit talking your friends and family's ears off and trying to strategize why this could have happened, or worse, a strategy to get them back. You know, if the person has anything left for you, they'll contact you. They know where you're at. It's really hard. You know, have you ever had somebody's contact information and you try to just get rid of it all, and somehow your phone remembers, and there's the contact, you know, or you forgot that maybe you have their Twitter feed or, you know, their Snapchat or something, and then it's like, you know, you're on there and all of a sudden you see things or notifications. You know, it's really hard to completely get rid of somebody in your life. And it's really hard that if somebody ghosted you, to not be able to find you again, even if they delete your information, you know. But don't think that they lost your number, they did whatever. They'll find you if they really want to find you. You know, people, you know, the human spirit is strong and love is strong. So if somebody wants to find you, they're going to find you. So what you need to do is not tell yourself lies or stories in a way that's going to try to make you feel better, or in any way has you holding on by a string of hope. What I say is that you just need to say, okay, I don't know what the reason is, and at this point I really don't care, because I really don't want somebody in my life that I either have to manipulate, talk into wanting to be with me, trick them, whatever it is. You don't want somebody like that, because at the end of the day, you don't want someone to feel that they're going to stay with you out of pity, or because, you know, you've presented a compelling argument. You want them, you know, no doubt about it, to know that they want to be with you. You need that, like, confirmation. It gives you security in the relationship, because if you have things that were unworked out, you know, not worked out, you know, maybe they went to go try to date somebody else and they just didn't know how to handle telling you, didn't want to hurt your feelings, so they just decided it would be easier to ghost you. Well, it tells you a little bit about their character, but, you know, you cross that bridge when you come to it. If that's what happened and they want to come back to you, great. You do you. You know the particulars of your relationship. You know, sometimes there's times where it's like, nope, there's no way I would ever want to be with somebody that could do that to me. And other times, maybe, you know, you made some mistakes and you were willing to work on them, and maybe this is that moment where you really got to feel what it would be like to not have them in your life. So, I mean, good things can happen in that way. I mean, it can be a good thing that comes from that experience, that you know, that ghosting, if they do come back into your life. If they don't, that's the thing you got to think about, is move on like they're not coming back. And what do you got to do? What damage control? What do you need to do to work on you to be a better person, right? What do you need to do to be better for your next relationship? What mistakes did you make? How can you not repeat them? How could you not, if you're attracting the wrong person, the type of people in your life, then how do you make yourself better so that you don't attract that? What do you really want? What did you really like and dislike about the type of person you were with? And at the end of the day, it's always just doing the work on yourself, focusing on you. It's time to be a little bit selfish. Start to make and change your habits, your, you know, the things you do. You'll hear songs that are going to remind you of them, and it's going to take you back. Turn that off. Take things, I don't know, you know, what kind of history you have with them. If you have things that you want to get rid of, or, you know, if you see them, it reminds you of them, you don't have to necessarily throw it away. Put it in a box, put it aside, give it a little time, and you'll know when it's time to get rid of this stuff. But start to meet other people. As hard as it is, as much as your body fights you to do it, when you go on a date with somebody else, especially if you've been in a relationship with them, with this one person who ghosted you a long time, it's really hard to start to date somebody, because you have the patterns, the memories, the things you two like to do together. That's all going to change when you date somebody new. So just know that it's part of the healing process. It's like having, you know, surgery and then going to use that body part again. You know, it's going to hurt for a little while, but as a physical therapist or occupational therapist will tell you, you've got to move that muscle to work and get those nerve endings reconnected, get the muscles strong again, get them get them out of that atrophied state where they're just weak. And before you know it, you're going to be stronger, you're going to be better for it, and hopefully a little bit wiser and not make the same mistakes again. And that's what life's about. Learn from our mistakes, course correct, get better every time. And it's a journey. Just enjoy the journey. There's good and bad. And you're not the first person that's ever gone through heartbreak or has been ghosted. That's why there's a term out there. It happens to a lot of us. Relationships can be hard. So just get better, be your best, that you attract someone of high value and that you're on equal playing ground with that type of person, and you'll find happiness in that way. But first, be happy with yourself. Be happy with who you are and make yourself better every day. Be in love with yourself, and then you'll attract that type of person and somebody that deserves the whole and complete and happy you. Like, share, subscribe.